Good day everyone, I'm Hurley Borafy Reviews here, back at it again with my review for the Rose Elsa Photon Pro. But before I proceed, I'd like to thank Rose Elsa for sending this unit to me in an exchange for a very honest and transparent review. Rest assured that all of my reviews are honest and transparent to the core like I always do. For the benefit of everybody of course, including me, since again and again I won't be editing this extensively. English isn't really my native language, and at the same time I prefer writing reviews than recording them. Okay? Okay. So, to give you an idea, Rose Elsa Photon Pro is one of the latest or recent budget IEMs from Rose Elsa. Uh, the next the next IEM that I know from them that is currently being released is the Rose Elsa Quiet C2. But from what I know, I won't be reviewing that, I think, but I'll keep you updated to that if I'll be reviewing it. Okay. Okay, so the Rose Elsa Photon Pro is marketed as a gaming IEM. It's a budget gaming IEM that costs around 18-ish US dollars by the time that I record this video. So that's around under 800 pesos in Philippine money. But at the same time, I don't even without the gaming remark, I do believe that the Rose Elsa, excuse me, I'm not feeling well, sorry. But I do believe that the Rose Elsa Photon Pro really punches above its weight, in my opinion, in terms of sound quality. Okay, but okay, let's dive right in. So here's the box, as you can see, the Rose Elsa Photon Pro. As you can see, the in-ear wired headphones. Here's the, I do believe, yeah, this is the parameters, as you can see. So, wait, uh, there we go. Oh, it's their address. My bad. Okay, so as you can see, here's what's in the box. The IEMs itself, the cable, the manual, the cable clip, and the ear tips. And yes, this is marketed as an IEM with a removable cable, which I really like, because from what I remember, the last time I reviewed an IEM that has a removable cable, it was the Tange 1, which was 20-ish dollars. Well, this one is under just $20, which is crazy. So yeah, that's a really good thing, because usually bullet type IEMs do not have a removable cable, which to some people is okay since it's a budget set. It is expected it to be like that, but for those people like me that are thinking on the consumers slash practical side of things, wherein I don't want to buy IEMs daily or regularly, and at the same time I want to use the IEMs that I bought daily. Having it in a replaceable cable is a really good thing. It is a really nice touch to me because I get to save up. I get to save up some money for me to buy a cheaper cable. Okay, so there's that. So you can see, there isn't really a specification slash parameters you'll see in the box of the Rose Elsa Photon Pro. But at the same time, on their website, it is stated that the Rose Elsa Photon Pro is 100 has 100 decibels of sensitivity with a 32 ohms impedance. So in my opinion, for a bullet type IEM, it is very easy to drive, since most IEMs that are in bullet type has this micro DD. I believe, yeah, it has this micro dynamic driver, which most of the time, based on my experience, makes them a little bit harder to drive for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know exactly as to why they behave like that, but maybe it's a isolated case just for me. Okay, as for the box and accessories, here's what you'll get with the Rose Elsa Photon Pro, with the exception of this cable, because this cable is from another IEM that I have reviewed recently. So yeah, what you'll be getting is basically the cable, the ear tips, the shirt clip, and the Rose Elsa Photon Pro. Yeah, the Photon Pro IEMs, which is this in green colorway. I do love the color green. Some people, you some people may know that, but it's okay if you don't. But yeah, green is my favorite color. Okay. Okay, so what you'll have here is this shirt clip, is this actually good ear tips. I love these ear tips. I love these ear tips for a budget set. Actually, they include these ear tips on all of the IEMs that they have, even the Roselsa QT9 Mark III, which is an IEM that is quite niche and I really like. But at the same time, all of their ear tips that are in this colorway with a violet stem to it is in wide bore. So that's a really good thing. That's a really nice touch to me. Okay. And here is the cable. Apparently you can get the Roselsa Photon Pro in 3.5 configuration and in DSP. Yes, in DSP configuration, which I have here. Yes, this is a DSP connection. This has a DAC that is showing up or popping up on IDA 64 and on the system information or system info whenever I plug this in on my laptop or probably on my phone. So that's a good thing. So it means that you will be able to drive this properly without any problems in theory. In my experience, I don't had any problems driving this properly, but yes, they do have an option wherein this has a DSP cable and this has a volume controls and a mic, so that's a good thing. That's a nice touch. um Sorry, it is quite understandable and probably expected to some of you, since again the Roselsa Photon Pro is marketed as a gaming IM. In today's standard time, in today's day and age, gaming, yes, gaming IMs, although I am not really a fan of that type of marketing, usually dives within the headphones or the IEMs having their own sound cards, having their own specialized cables for you to maximize the gaming experience with the headphones or the IEMs that you have. So there's that. Okay, so here is the IEM itself. As you can see, the cable is removable and I love it. I really love it. As you can see there, that's a good thing. So it means it adds longevity even if you rage quit or something like that, even if you crash out on your games, you won't have any problem. Just buy another cheap cable for this one and you're good to go. And as you can see, that is really nice. Actually, it is it yes, it is a bullet type and it really fits well with my ears. I prefer it fitting deeply in my ears, probably because I am accustomed to uh etymotic IEMs wherein I need to fit them really deeply just to get the good isolation, sound and comfort to my ears at least, because not all people prefer the etymotic type of fit. But here in the Roselsa Photon Pro, you won't be having any problems in terms of fit, comfort and isolation, just like any normal 2012 2010-ish IMs. You'll fit with these just fine. If you're if the AKG earphones, AKG IMs that bundled with your Samsung Galaxy smartphones in the past 10 years fit you well, this will also fit you well. Or if you happen to still have the Sony MH755, it will fit you just fine. However, the fit and comfort of the Roselsa Photon Pro varies from cable to cable. The included cable here with the Roselsa Photon Pro, as you can see, is in ear hook style. So yeah, the ear hooks on this one is quite stiff to my liking. Whenever I use this cable, I usually use the largest size ear tip with the Roselsa Photon Pro for me to get a good fit. So there's that. To some people it won't be a problem, but at the same time, to me, whenever I see a bullet type IEMs, I prefer wearing them down rather than doing the usual in-ear monitor style wherein there's an ear hook and you wear the IEM in an opposite direction or something like that. But it's a preference thing. But yeah, personally, I prefer it wearing it down like your usual IM, wherein you'll wear it like this, as you can see. See, you'll kind of wear it like that, and I prefer it wearing like that. In real life or in real life scenarios, it won't be sticking out like this long because again, I haven't still bore a hole on this one. But yeah, this is essentially the fit of the Roselsa Photon Pro in the ear, which is a good thing. Okay. Again, now as for the drivability, I did not had any problems, or I don't have any problems driving the Rosel sa Photon Pro properly, especially in DSP mode, because the DSP handles everything for you. But if you happen to be like me, who prefer it using it in a, what do you call this, in a analog 3.5 or probably 4.4 cable, you still won't have any problems with the Rosel sa Photon Pro in terms of drivability. However, I do for pairing purposes, or for pairing preferences, I prefer this pairing with a neutral or a warm source like the usual, because apparently most IEMs today aim for that neutral sound signature, and some of them do sound a little bit lean to some genres. They probably lack some dynamics to some genres. So to add a little bit of thickness here and there, I prefer pairing them with a neutral or a warm-ish sounding USB DAC. Like for example, the Sonic Memory SA500, or probably the SIMGOT U4X or something like that. Okay? Okay. Now, as for the sound, what is the sound of the Rosel sa Photon Pro? Well, the sound of the Rosel sa Photon Pro is nearly the same whether you'll be using it in analog cable or in the DSP cable, with some minor differences. In an essence, the Rosel sa Photon Pro sounds V-shaped to my ears, with a noticeable emphasis on the bass and some on the treble, but not as elevated when compared to the bass response. When used with the DSP cable, everything sounds a little bit more energetic, you know? It sounds a little bit more energetic, lively, engaging, but at the same time, it can cause some fatigue to those ears due to its very energetic sound. Do take note that the Rosel sa Photon Pro isn't really sibilant, but at the same time, it is very energetic, up to the point that probably on longer listening sessions with high volume, you may find yourself a little bit fatigued from the sound of the Rosel sa Photon Pro. But when paired with the analog, yes, with the analog cable, the energetic character of the Rosel sa Photon Pro tames down a little bit. The mids are also a little bit more forward when compared to the analog cable. So yeah, you win some, you lose some, in my opinion, but it is very subtle in terms of difference, and you won't be noticing it um right away. Actually, you need to like do them an A/B testing for you to actually notice them. What sets this apart when compared to the IEMs, or specifically the bullet type IEMs that I have reviewed for the past, I don't know, 3 years, 4 years tops, is that the Rosel sa Photon Pro, in my opinion, as for a bullet type IEM, is quite clean. It is very clean for a sub 20 USD IEM on how it presents itself as a V-shaped set. The bass on this one is impactful. Definitely, it has a lot of mid-bass energy. It has a lot of punch. But at the same time, it is very firm. I do believe it is firm. But at the same time, I don't feel like it is lacking in body or something like that. It is very firm. It is firm. It is well put. It is, in my opinion, for an elevated bass, it is quite mature, because again, it doesn't sound really mushy or sloppy or anything like that. The bass has definition. It has texture in this one, so that's a good thing. Bass heads on a budget may love the Rosel sa Photon Pro for its clean, impactful bass response, especially if you're coming from an IEM that has a mushy, chunky, bloaty sub bass, like for example the KBE Rosefinch, yes, the KBE Rosefinch, or probably some budget KBE IEMs, or probably the KZ Saga. Since when compared to the KZ Saga, the Rosel sa Photon Pro's bass is a little bit firmer. It has more texture definition. It is well detailed, in my opinion. Okay? Okay. Now, as for the mids on this one, it has some warmth to it, but I wouldn't call it mid-bass bleed. I wouldn't call it a bothering mid-bass bleed to begin with. It is still clean while giving that engagement, that energy, you know, on the overall sound of the Rosel sa Photon Pro. I wouldn't call it lush because it isn't really smooth, but at the same time, it has more details for a budget set, which is what I am after for most of the time, and that's a good thing. Okay, now as for the lower mids on this one exhibits a good amount of thickness to it, and that is decent for most people. But for those people who review or probably has an IEM that has more expensive than this one, they may find the mids a little bit nothing to write home about or something like that, because the mids are okay. It is okay, but that doesn't mean that it is bad or poor sounding. Not at all. It's just that it isn't that remarkable to me. The only thing that is remarkable to me, however, is its upper mids. The upper mids are actually okay on this one. It has a good amount of energy. It has good amount of sparkle, clarity here and there. But at the same time, it doesn't exhibit any abnormal sibilance or harshness that I could hear or observe of, which is a good thing because it manages itself to present a really clear, sparkly, and has a good air on the vocals department while not sounding harsh for longer gaming sessions or something like that. But then again, even gaming aside, this is a really good IEM for a bullet type IEM in my opinion. Okay. Now as for the treble is well extended. Yes, of course. It is well extended. It has the good amount of air. It has the good amount of clarity to it. It has the good amount of sparkle to it without sounding sibilant or harsh or anything like that. But do take note, since again from what I have said earlier, the Rose Elsa Photon Pro is a very energetic, yes, it is a very energetic IEM. So for those people, especially with very sensitive ears on high volumes, if you use this after an hour or two, you'll probably feel that the overall sound is quite fatiguing for those people. But for the most people, I don't think that you'll have a problem with the Rose Elsa Photon Pro in terms of its overall sound and even in the treble. Okay. Now as for the technical chops, I do believe that this is where the Rose Elsa Photon Pro marketed itself as a gaming IEM. In an essence, the technical chops is really good, especially on the imaging and the layering and separation. All of those are the essential, in my opinion. All of those are the essential things for a so-called gamer that you needs to look for when it comes to an IEM. And the Rose Elsa Photon Pro handles it and presents it really well. The imaging and the separation / layering here is quite precise for a budget set. But again, if you're coming from an expensive IEM, you may find the separation, specifically the separation and layering of the Rose Elsa Photon Pro not enough for you, because of course this is a budget IEM, and I have seen the compromises here and there on most budget IEMs. There are instances of slight congested scenarios and very busy and heavy tracks. Now, how do I know that it has that? Well, I have compared it with a technically competent IEM that I have here under 5,000 pesos or 100 USD, and yeah, there is a slight congestion here and there on very busy tracks, which to most people isn't really a problem. I don't see that this will be a problem or a deal breaker to them, especially this is a sub $20 set. So yeah, if this is a problem to you, you may want to save up a little bit and go on a higher priced IEMs, because under 5,000 pesos or 100 USD, there are better sets compared to the Rose Elsa Photon Pro. Like for example, if you can purchase a Truth Hear X Hexa, I don't see a practical reason as to why you'll be interested in purchasing the Rose Elsa Photon Pro, because that is technically miles and leaps and bounds ahead of the Rose Elsa Photon Pro. Just an example, okay? But on overall, the Rose Elsa Photon Pro's technical chops are decent and really gets the job done in a beautiful manner for a sub $20 set. This goes toe to toe with the other IEMs that I have reviewed recently, like for example the Drippo in Ruta 10 or the KC Saga base. Yes, Apparently, I prefer this over the KC Saga base because of its clean sound character when compared to that, wherein that one is a cozy, warm, balanced, balanced for the most part, to be specific, non-fatiguing sound. Yeah, when compared to those, the Rosal sa Photon Pro is nearly the same. Nearly the same, if not better. Actually, it is better in my opinion, but it's more of a preference thing because some people prefer a warmer set, while some people prefer a more balanced set. So the Rosal sa Photon Pro, in my opinion, is nearly on the balanced set in terms of that context, but at the same time, to be specific, it is on the V-shaped ish sound character. Okay. If I were to put this on my ranking under 20 USD, this sits well within the Tangzu 1R SG and the Triple Win Ruta 10. Both IMs which I really like and prefer under or within the 20 USD range, especially the Triple Win Ruta 10. It is an underrated set to me. So, yeah, there's that. Okay, so I'll switch now to the Tagalog portion of this review for a quick rundown and summary. Bale, si Rosal sa Photon Pro is, IM siya na under 900 pesos or under 1,000 pesos. So, nasa within 800 or 700 pesos by the time na na-record ko tong video na to. Minarket siya as a gaming IM, pero para sa akin, kahit hindi mo siya gamitin pang gaming, maganda talaga siya. Ngayon, may dalawang option ka kung bibili ka ng Rosal sa Photon Pro. Yung isa naka 3.5 and yung isa naka DSP cable or naka USB-C. Pero ayun nga, ang kagandahan dito din sa Rosal sa Photon Pro kasi removable yung cable niya. So, goods talaga. Maganda talaga yung yung pagkaka-implement para sa akin, para sa budget na na IEM kasi karamihan kasi ng bullet karamihan ng bullet type na IEM sa price na to, hindi siya removable yung cable. Pero para sa akin na practical talaga mag-isip, kung bibili lang din ako tas bullet type, ito talagang pipiliin ko under 20 USD kasi syempre ayoko rin naman ng bili talaga ng IEM, 'di ba? Tapos matatambak lang, matitenga ganito ganyan. Ngayon sa drivability, wala naman ako naging problema sa pagda-drive nito. Maayos siya kahit sa cellphone direkta. Walang problema dito. Pero syempre, kapag may USB dock, meron siyang difference pero slight lang naman. Hindi mo siya ma-experience right away o mararamdaman o mapapansin right away. Okay? Yung tunog nito, V-shape siya. Yes, V-shape na medyo ma-bassy. So, kung basshead ka, goods to. Maganda to para sa'yo. Ang kagandahan pa nito para sa akin, malinis yung pagkaka V-shape niya. Probably ito yung pinaka malinis na V-shape na narinig ko under or within 1,000 pesos or 20 US dollars. So, very commendable siya. Mukha lang siyang mukha siyang low-key, gano'n na parang EDC, ganyan. Pero yes, EDC siya at the same time. Ang ganda ng tunog para sa isang EDC na IEM. So, dun pa lang, sa 20 USD, panalo na sa akin nun. Lalo na bullet type to. So, mas madali siya i-fit sa tenga. Kahit na hindi alam yung hobby na to, madaling makakagamit na itong Rosal sa Photon Pro. And ayun nga, ang difference niya kapag naka DSP cable, mas V-shape siya lalo. So, ayun, mas V-shape, mas bassy, mas punchy, mas talaga, energetic. Pero ayun nga, kung halimbawa sensitive yung tenga mo talaga sa treble, na sobra, hindi naman treble necessarily, pero alam mo yun, yung energetic na tunog talaga na pumapalo yung bass, tapos yung treble din angat. Kung sensitive ka sa ganun, probably to sa'yo, magiging nakakapagod after an hour or two. Ayan nga, 'di ba? So balik na ako sa English review ng Rosal sa Photon Pro o yung summary. Okay. So, what's my verdict here with the Rosal sa Photon Pro? Definitely, this is very recommendable for those people that are very I'd say budget savvy, but at the same time want the most practical and at the same time most good sounding IEM that they can afford for a bullet type IEM under 20 USD. I apparently am using this daily even after my reviewing phase because it is very easy. It is very easy to use. At the same time, it is minimalist since you can literally fit this in your ear and you're good to go due to its bullet-ish, small-ish size. So yeah, if you're looking for a V-shaped set that has a very elevated bass response. At the same time, it has a firm-ish, very clean mids with a good amount of treble energy. I'd say that the Rode Salsa Photon Pro is one of the best that I can recommend for you under 20 to 30-ish. Actually, under 20 US dollars to begin with. Okay? And that ends my review for the Rode Salsa Photon Pro. I'd like to thank Rode Salsa for sending this unit to me and in exchange for a very honest and transparent review. Rest assured that all of my reviews are honest and transparent to the core, like I always do, for the benefit of everybody, of course, including me. Since again and again, I won't be editing this extensively, since again English isn't really my native language, and at the same time I prefer writing reviews than recording them. Okay. Now, as for the backlogs, there are a lot of backlogs to begin with. I still have the Kiwi Ears Altruva headphones. I still have an IEM on the way. I still have the Heidi's MS2 Pro along the way. So, it will be a very long phase, or a very long evaluation period. Okay? And thank you very much, and see you on the next one. Pa, lastly,